Of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. We've come to the time of year where everybody who's playing needs to win what we're going to stream. And for the Milwaukee Brewers and Minnesota Twins, Friday night in the Twin Cities was no different. In the first, Don Money singled home Paul Molitor for Milwaukee off of Gary Sarum, 1-0 Brewers. Money has an 11-game hitting streak. In the second, Buck Martinez with an RBI single to score Sal Bando, 2-0 Brewers. But then back came the Twins in the fourth. Glenn Adams with a grounder, 2-1 the score. Willie Norwood off of Andy Rapola on the mound. Norwood with a single to score Glenn Adams after 7-2. The Twins had failed to score. 2 hits and a walk. There you go. Great to choke on your own spit, Ron. Failed to score on 2 hits and a walk in the eighth. And in the ninth, they failed to score on 2 walks and an error. In the 14th, they finally loaded the bases one more time, and Butch Weiniger singled off of Randy Stein to score Roy Smalley and win the game. The Twins 3, the Brewers 2. And they will beat next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978, September 9th, today, Saturday. And from Bloomington State Metropolitan Stadium, it will be the Milwaukee Brewers and the Minnesota Twins. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It's Roger Erickson for the Twins and Mike Caldwell for the Brewers. On a cool, breezy afternoon in Bloomington. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Chuckett. We welcome you to the program for Friday. We replayed the 9th day of September, 1978. The Twins are 73-68. This is game 142. They have 20 games to go after this. Milwaukee is 78-63. This is game 142 for them. Again, 20 games to go. So we have found crunch time, and it wasn't, a chewy little bar with raisins and goobers in it. That's just not it. So Roger Erickson, who has not had a great year, looking for win number 13. He still looks like one of the Brady boys with an ERA of 4.62. Mike Caldwell trying to get the Brewers to the promised land. The Brewers still in that three-way fight in the American League East, while the Twins are desperately trying to hang on in the American League West with Kansas City and Texas. So, should be a good one. Chilly, it's Viking weather out there. People are kind of wondering where the football game is. There's no football. It's only baseball. And we'll have it for you right now. So, as I said, Roger Erickson, 12-16 on the year. This is start 33. Roger's only 21 here in 78. He is 12-16 and seems to come across, how you doing, Mr. Forsberg, as another one of those I threw too many innings too early in my career and didn't make it pitchers. So 12-16 with a 4.62 ERA. Although in August, he went 2-3 with an ERA of 3. Against the Brewers, he's made one start and took a loss, a complete game loss. 9 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. All earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1 for an ERA of 4 flat. He is a fastball pitcher at 87 and does not favor the ground ball or the fly ball. His last outing was September 5th against the White Sox, a loss. He went 9 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. So Erickson's arm must be jello, not lemon jello, but just jello at this point. 249 in the third innings, 265 hits, 140 runs, that's a lot, 128 earned, 22 homers, 85 walks, and 113 strikeouts. His last win came against the Rangers on August 23rd. So here's a lineup that Erickson will face. How you doing? Appa Chowder Steve, going on camera and making some biscuits. Aren't you just a good hubby? Paul Molitor leads off for the Brewers at second base. Don Money at third will bat second. Cecil Cooper at first will hit third. Larry Heisel in left will clean up. Ben Ogilvy, the DH, will bat fifth. Sixto Lescano in right will go sixth. Robin Yount at short will bat seventh. Gorman Thomas in center will bat eighth. And Johnny Moore will catch and bat ninth. Caldwell should go about 135 on the mound. Defensively for the Twins, Willie Norwood in left, he's a 7 and a 6. Dan Ford is a 4 and a 5 in right. Bombo Rivera is a 7 and 9 in, or Ford's a 4 and a 5 in center. Rivera is a 7 and 9 in right. Larry Wolf, not narrow, is a 5 at third. Roy Smalley an 8 at short. Bob Randall is a 7 in second. Rod Carew, how do you do? An 8 at first. Butch Weiniger, a 7 and an 8 behind the plate. And Erickson, not a good fielding percentage fielder at .917, but 8 is a pretty good range. So it's a pretty packed house here as we get set to go. Appa Chatter is a legend. I'll just say that right now. Organizer of tournaments and now does cooking. And he is versatile. Molly at 256, 8 homers and 49 RBI. And the pitch, strike 3. Erickson got him with an 0-2 on the outside corner, 86. So 1 out for Money, who's been sitting on an 11-game hitting streak. 282, 13 homers and 61 RBI. Twins and Brewers rocking it on a Saturday in Bloomington. Now, home plate stands in one of the food courts at the Mall of America. And somewhere out there, I'd imagine, in the Viking seats out in left field, is that where the Killebrew seat is? Pitch to Money is a ground ball, base hit right side. Rivera fields it, and Money's streak is now at 12. In fact, he has been Money for Milwaukee. Here's Cooper, 286, 8 homers and 40 RBI. There's a ground ball to Randall, goes to Smalley for 1, no throw to first, and so Cooper is on. So 2 out for Heisel, who under normal circumstances would be having an MVP year. He's hitting .290, which is exactly what he hit in real life. He has 40 homers, and Milwaukee has 20 games to go, including this one, and has driven in 93. But when you look at what Jim Rice has done in Boston, how could it not be Jim? Pitch to Heisel, gets away from Weiniger, and Cooper moves up 90. Now, wait. Oh, okay. It's just a wild pitch. I thought they called that an out. That made no sense. So it's a 1-0 count to Heisel. And when I say that Rice has run away with it, I'm not kidding. Rice is 7th in the majors in batting average. He's 3rd in the American League behind Carew and Gar. He has 49 home runs. That's 9 more than Heisel and 14 more than Thomas. How you doing, Mr. Mel? And his RBI total is 145. I know the RBIs have gotten shortchanged over the years, but that is 37 more than Rusty Staub and 35 more than Dave Parker, who you'd have to think would be the National League MVP. Two out. Heisel, left field. Norwood is there, and that will take care of the side. It's wish it was Viking football day today in Bloomington. So, yeah, the Brewers glove emblem, it took me a long time to figure that one out. So we go to the bottom of the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. Milwaukee nothing. Here come the Twins. Mike Caldwell is 16-9. He is making start number 30. He'll have 4 more left after this. He must have been a big Don Rickles fan because they call him Mr. Warmth. Is a 2.37 ERA. And he has not faced the Twins this year. Hard to believe. You get through everybody. It's now September 9th. And there's no games against the Twins. He last pitched against the Mariners on the 4th and won. Seattle must have left on a boatload of people. 9 innings, 10 hits, but only 1 run. It was earned. He didn't walk anybody. In fact, he hasn't walked anybody since August 20th against the Tigers. He struck out 6. So overall, 247 innings, 239 hits, 74 runs, 65 earned. He's allowed 7 homers. He has walked only 42 and struck out 110. He is a fastball pitcher, a ground ball plus pitcher at 85. Doing okay, Lorenzo Yu? Here's how the Twins will line up. Willie Norwood will lead off in left field. Bombo Rivera is in right. He'll bat second. Rod Carew will hit third and play first. Dan Ford is in center field. He'll clean up. Jerry Morales will bat fifth as a DH. Roy Smalley at short. He'll hit sixth. Larry Wolf at third will bat seventh. Butch Weiniger behind the plate goes eighth, and Bob Randall, is at second. He'll go ninth. And Erickson threw 10 pitches in the first. Defensively for Milwaukee, Larry Heisel is 6-4 in left. Gorman Thomas is a 7-4 in center. Sixto Lezcano is a 9-8 in right. Now, if the infield for the Brewers, Don Money a 5 at third, Robin Yount an 8 at short, Paul Molitor a 6 at second, Cecil Cooper a 9 at first, and Charlie Moore a 5 and a 6 behind the plate. Caldwell is an 8 with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Biscuits are always better warm. And Lorenzo will take his grandson to work in a bit. We're playing for a bunt. I'm not going to do. Norwood at 236, 5 homers and 41 RBI. And here's a fly ball, shallow left field. Heisel rides the Schwinn, 1 out. So here's Bombo at 236, 2 homers, and 24 RBI. Is that like a sneaker for you, Lorenzo? You have a weakness for that, too? And I do have a weakness for a biscuit. Absolutely. When do you not digress? Pitch to Rivera is a ground ball to Molitor. Over to first, 2 out. Brings up Carew, hitting 333, 8 homers and 63 RBI. Do fielding ratings get better as the numbers increase? As in the fielding percentage? No, it's a separate thing. I think he's kind of going with fielding independent pitching, because fielding percentage is just not a good way to. There's really no good way for to do fielding. And so I think for the arms, some of it's reputation, some of it's assists, and for the range, I think he kind of has it right, the ability to stop an out or get a good play or a bad play. You always have a bone to pick with me. I gave you Carew's numbers. What bone is it today? Pitch to Carew is a ground ball to third. Money over to first. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the second, no score. I would think, Steve, it's kind of, I know talking strat sometimes can be difficult if you've never really played it. It would be like the fielding rating, 1 being superb and 4 being terrible and 5 being me. And then in the super advanced, the air number after it. So that fielding rating is Um, well, no, let's remember it's individualized per season. So I can look up Molly. He played 125 games. He was only a DH once. So he played 91 games at second, one start at third, and 31 at short. Remember, he filled in for Paul Molitor, and you can see his ratings there. And so the game doesn't bring in starts and innings, but you know how many putouts and assists and errors and double play. And so out of that, he turned 15 great plays. He's made 9 poor plays, and he saved 6 runs. Cooper was a DH for 14 games. He started this one, so this is his 70th game. And so you know how many innings and how many putouts. He's actually matched his real life error total. I'm sure it's all in the manual, but that would be how I think they would do it. And it does seem to come out. It's math. All right, Ogilvie will start the top of the second. He's at 265, 13 homers, and 46 RBI. I know that APA does it different potentials for different fieldings. Remember, in the outfield, you can only be a 1, 2, or a 3. And the corners, I think you can be up to a 9, right? Everything in Action PC is 1 through 10. 1 being me, 10 being Ozzie Smith. Ogilvie will hit this one into right center field. Back goes Rivera. That's off the wall, and Ogilvie's in there with a double. Yeah, and they do vary a lot from year to year. And I'm not sure, unlike Stratomatic, Les Connell, by the way, 265, 15 homers, and 58 RBI. I think much more numbers subjective than making sure that Jeter was a 1 at short every year when he shouldn't have been. Lezcano strikes out. An 0-2 in there at the knees. And so there's 1 out. It can be like a 1 at first or a 1 at third. But don't attach it to the fielding percentages. Yount at 282, 11 homers, and 47 RBI. Yeah, no, higher is better in this, but it's not limited to the position. And I'm sure it's all part of Mr. Cook's math mumbo jumbo that he uses to make this stew that we call Action PC Baseball. Wow, that was some bad poetry. Pitch to Yount. Ogilvie on second. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Ogilvie will round third and get picked off because a throw from Smalley goes to Wolf, and Ogilvie got back. Ogilvie took the turn, and I thought he was going to be too far off the bag, but he comes back. And so runners on the corners and 1 out for Thomas. Gorman at 289, 35 homers, and 95 RBI. Got away from Weininger, and everybody moves up 90. Butch couldn't handle it. It snuck by him, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. And a 2-0 count to Gorman Thomas. I suppose, Jamie, after 200 games of this or so on stream, that I should be able to figure this stuff out, but it seems to work. Yes, math mumbo jumbo. So what was the bone you were going to pick with me today? And I can tell watching a player, like, oh, well, that's a 4-fielder in Strat. Certainly in defense, Paul Coffey. Yeah, no, if anyone ever gave Paul Coffey more than a 1D or a 2D, that were being quite generous. Pitch to Thomas is a ground ball to Smalley. He throws it to Carew for the out. Yount stays on second. Yes, you listened to episode 52, which David and I talking about gaming funks. Here's more. Charlie at 264. 3 homers and 24 RBI. Okay, yeah, you're quoting. And time to take your grandkid to work. Pitch to Charlie is popped up left side. Wolf has it, and that will retire the side. A 1 run on the 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Milwaukee. So Ford, Morales, and Smalley. Like Lorenzo thinks I can remember anything I've ever said. By the way, Higher Ground Gaming. How you doing, my friend? Is the latest follower. He is 136. Ford at 282, 14 homers and 89 RBI. And there's a ground ball to Money. He goes over to Cooper for the out. Lorenzo is now manufacturing something, I said. By the way, I downloaded and installed in the wrong spot, but downloaded and bought Microsoft Flight Simulator. I feel like a 8th grade boy at a dance. Oh my God, is that just gorgeous. Here's Morales, 333, a homer and 24 RBI, 1 out. Pitch to Morales is a ground ball base hit left side. And so that's the first hit for the Twins. Todd B says, don't care what baseball sim you use, but I saw George Hendrick play and he didn't always give anywhere near 100%. Oh, yes, I probably did say this because it does kind of vaguely sound familiar. Lorenzo, who just turned 69 himself. That is not what I said at all, Coyote, but keep chasing that windmill. I said, and I was referring to myself. Smalley, by the way, 296, 13 homers, and 78 RBI. Remember, my mom is 68 there, Lorenzo. And there's a ground ball to Cooper. Yount for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So Smalley on first, 1 at 2 out. I said, quote, and I did say this, I'll be 49 in November. I will be on Thanksgiving Day. I'm the turkey. And in 20 years, if I'm still mentally capable, who knows if I will still be doing this stuff. And I was talking about me at 69. I've had a severe physical disability all my life. I've got things in control now. My father died at 49 of a heart attack, and my dad died at 66. You're asking me to take a random quote from a movie I don't care about it and tell it what it is? Not a clue. Here's Wolf. Larry at 221, no homers and 15 RBI. There's a ground ball to Molly, throws it to first, and Wolf is retired, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. And so we go to the third, 1-0 Milwaukee. And so here in the standings, Dodgers' magic number is 17. They have a 5.5 game lead over the Reds. The Phillies are in deep, deep trouble. The Pirates have won 6 straight, and they've cut the margin to 1. In the West, Texas by 3 over Kansas City and 6.5 over Minnesota. St. Louis has joined the elimination club. The Rangers have won 3 straight. In the East, Baltimore by a half game over the Yankees. The Brewers have picked the wrong time to go south. They've lost 4 straight and they're 4 back. I have a feeling Lorenzo could find a bone to pick if I was complimenting Yankee Stadium. Yeah, the new flight sim came out on Tuesday. I picked it up today, and after we're done here, I'm going to fly around my neighborhood. Oh my God, is it just gorgeous? Will Boston fire Junkett after this disappointing season? Um, I'd be curious to see how many Red Sox games I did do. I think that's Tuesday's game, by the way, is the Red Sox and the Yankees. Miley struck out his first time up. Erickson threw 9 batters, 26 pitches, 2 innings, 3 hits, and 2 strikeouts as we start the third. Got him. He got him to swing and miss at an 0-2. I bought Falcon 3 back when like Babbage's was open. Could never figure it out. Don Money singled his first time up. He's got a 12-game hitting streak. Erickson deals, and there's a ground ball to Wolf across the way to Carew, 2 out. You did, I did, what my Latin teacher told me not to do in school. Sister Ocher Panfelita told me to stop with the oculitus incitus sure. Hidden insidious insults are only hidden if you take them that way. Yep, Babbage's. Came on Gunship I loved. Falcon 3 came on multiple floppy disks. And I can't imagine if they were the 5 1/4 size, how many that would be on. Cooper is 0 for 1. Yeah, we had an EB downtown, and the dead mall that's been torn down became a GameStop. Pitch to Cooper. Here's a line drive, center field. Ford is there, and that will retire the side. In fact, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Milwaukee. The last time that a flight simulator release came out in 2010, I bought it at Electronics Boutique. And this morning, I got it on Steam. Weiniger is at 211, 5 homers and 30 RBI. I'm not sure if I'm going to record that or not. I was going to live stream it, but the amount of idiots, we talked about this in the chat yesterday. In the chat, what's your system specs? Can you go to my house? Can you see if I floss my teeth? Just like, no. Nope. Yeah. Pitch to Weiniger is a ground ball base hit right side. Just count your blessings every day that you're above ground. Here's Randall at 348 and 35 RBI. Was MASH the right movie, by the way, to make Clinton happy? Caldwell deals, fly ball, left side and out of play, and somebody from Sault Ste. Marie made that catch. A ball and 2 strikes. But Todd B says that we discuss things like that over on the Fortnite channel. Yes, we do. Pitch to Randall. Popped foul behind the plate. And the count is 1-2. Caldwell pitch. Little number down to third. Money goes across the way. Do they know that? And they don't get him. A bang banger, and Randall actually has decent speed. And so runners on first and second, and nobody out for Norwood. So Caldwell threw 9 batters, 30 pitches, 2+ innings, 3 hits. I saw the movie a few years ago and didn't like it. The series was great. Pitch to Norwood. Struck him out. So 1 away. He swung on and missed a 1-2, and that's the first strikeout from Caldwell. Here's Rivera, 0 for 1. Pitch to Bombo. Slow roller to third. Money will tag Weiniger. Can he get the double play? He throws to first. No. But he stepped on the bag for the force, and Rivera flew down the line. 2 out. For Carew, who's 0 for 1. Sault Ste. Marie, okay? And there's a line drive to right, and Lescano will field it. And that will retire the side. Twins strand 2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Again, Lorenzo could hear me say the champagne is not Corvel, and then give me 5 minutes on how that's the grape they grow in Fresno and how rotten I am because I ditched the company. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the fourth, 1-0 Brewers. So Heisel, Ogilvy, and Lescano here in the fourth. Larry sends that, pops it up. Smalley on the grass, 1 out. I would agree with that, Todd B. Cecil Cooper and the Hall are very good. I think Clinton's actually doing some work, Lorenzo. A touch of fall in the air here in northern New England. Ogilvy doubled and scored in the second, his first time up. And there's a ground ball base hit left side. So that's the fourth hit for the Brewers, the third for the Twins. Sixto Lescano struck out his first time up. Well, I would start with Harold Baines, Lorenzo. There's some player. Oh. Upper 80s through 90s in Ohio, in the Cleveland area. You'd think, though, if you threw everybody out of the Hall of Fame and asked people to start again, Lescano, by the way, pounds that one up the middle. And with 1 out, there's 2 on. Ogilvy on second, Lescano on third. Glad to hear that, Lorenzo. It is indeed a long list for sure. I wonder how many people that 75% of us would agree with. It would be a small haul for sure. Here's Yount. Robin singled. He's 1 for 1. Popped up. Smalley and Randall. Smalley calls for it. 2 out. Here's Thomas. He's 0 for 1. Absolutely. And that's why I think it's the hardest to get into for a reason. And so if someone gets in that I don't agree with, I'm not going to take issue with it because you have to impress 75% of the writers who saw them. Trevor Hoffman comes to mind. Pitch to Thomas is strike 3. So he got him. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 3.5, Milwaukee won, Minnesota nothing. I mean, Hoffman was a good reliever. Don't even get me started on that he wasn't. But outside of accumulating, Billy Wagner, another one. Outside of accumulating saves, what the hell is he known for? Mariano Rivera is one of the best pitchers ever to play in the game. And he did it consistently night in and night out in the postseason. Even as a Red Sox fan, I have no trouble at all with Rivera being in the Hall of Fame. But remind me what Hoffman did? Here's Ford. He's 0 for 1. Billy Wagner comes to mind. There's a ground ball to Molitor over to Cooper for the out. Here's Morales. He singled his first time up. 3 hits for the Twins. But that's, Ricky, that's what people normally remember you for, unless you're Mike Trout. Whether it's fair or unfair. And Jamie makes a good point. Steve says, my biggest problem with the Hall of Fame is the voting process. If a player doesn't get a vote his first year, how does he get better and pick? Well, I think what they should do, pitch to Morales, is a liner in the left center field. That's going to drop for a single. And that's the 4th hit for the Twins. They should expand the list of people you could just be unlimited. If you think someone's a Hall of Famer, you vote for him. this 10 or 15 limit doesn't make a lot of sense to me. JB says, to be fair, like the DH, if they do what they're asked to do better than others, and they deserve consideration. Frank Thomas, Edgar Martinez. I think Fred McGriff probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame too. And Ortiz, oh yeah, he should be in. I've tried it, Lorenzo, and I really can't get it to work. Because I can't really use a joystick. And I just think that there's a lot of clunkiness to X-Plane. Putting relievers in the hall is like putting punters, and no one really likes to do it. And I'm not taking anything away from Hoffman if he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Pitch to Smalley, who's 0 for 1. Base hit, left center field. Morales will hold at second. Runners on first and second, 1-0 here in the fourth. Wolf has up. He's 0 for 1. X-Plane has matured an awful lot. But there's a ground ball foul. To me, that's the one that requires the PhD to get to work right. A ball and 2 strikes. To Wolf. Caldwell from the stretch. Grounder to third. Money to Molitor for 1. Over to Cooper. I think they've turned it. Have they? Yes, they have. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. And after 4, 1-0 Milwaukee. Oh my gosh, a Hall of Fame opener? Oh. I feel myself getting older by the day. I don't want to ever talk about a opener. Here's Charlie Moore. He's 0 for 1. And there's a fly ball, shallow right center. Ford comes in. That would be funny. A flight simulator based on the airplane movies. You get some sort of rubber blow-up doll to land the plane. You get random quotes every once in a while. I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Here's Molitor. He has struck out twice. Third time through the lineup for Erickson after 18 batters, 55 pitches. 4 in the third innings, 5 hits and 4 strikeouts. The run is unearned. And Molitor drags one down, foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Someone wrote a decent article this week, and I forget where, on this being such a shortened season, whether or not it would hurt the Hall of Fame chances of players who are older. I mean, does Max Scherzer at his age get to 200 wins? I think after watching Scherzer for a number of years that Max is the very definition of a Hall of Famer. All right, Lorenzo, we'll see you Tuesday. Pitch to Molly is a ground ball to Wolf over to first, and Molitor is out. So 2 away here in the top of the 5th, not a problem. Here's Money, Don 1 for 2. For the single. You would think that, but remember, Tom Seaver and Willie Mays were not unanimous Hall of Famers. Steve says, I think Dale Murphy is a Hall of Famer given his ability and numbers for his era. His problem was offense took off in the 5 years after he retired and finished the significance of his numbers. Back-to-back MVP over Mike Schmidt and one of the best center fielders all around of his era. Yeah. I think Murphy falls in the same trap that Jim Rice and Tim Raines did. Clearly the best in their era and their positions. And it's kind of like building Skydome and opening up Camden Yards. Andre Dawson kind of fits in that description, absolutely. How Dwight Evans is in the Hall of Fame, I do not know. Voting group has changed, especially now since social media weeds those people out. Should be better. That's why we have a Veterans Committee. Pitch to Money is a ground ball to Smalley. Comes in on the grass, throws to first, and Don is retired. Halfway home on a Friday afternoon. 1-0 Milwaukee. We'll be back right after this. Here's how we got here. A run on 5 hits for Milwaukee. No runs, 5 hits for Minnesota. Don Money singled. His hitting streak is now 12. And Ogilvie scored on a pass ball by Weiniger to make it 1-0 Brewers. That's the only run of the ball game. Caldwell, 5 hits through 4 and a strikeout. Erickson, 5 hits and an unearned run, and he's with 4. But in my mind, McGuire's not a Hall of Famer. Weiniger is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And he hits that one into right, foul. And somebody from Duluth makes that catch. So the count is 0-2. Pitch to Butch is a base hit right center field. Escano picks it up. Palmeiro, I think, is a better case. McGuire was so one-dimensional. All he did was hit home runs. Palmeiro was a legit hitter. But the question, I think, with the steroid generation of players, Randall, they come in to play the bunt. Money and Cooper come in, so I'm not going to do it. Randall singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. How much of it was Rafi and how much of it was the Viagra? And there's a base hit right center field. Thomas will pick it up. Weiniger moves to second, and there's nobody out. Runners on first and second. Here's Norwood. You know, I think the test case for that, in all honesty, is Fred McGriff. You look at McGriff's numbers, and they're huge. Well, that's true. Not enough Jerry curl for Sammy Sosa. But you go back and look at the numbers on Baseball Reference of McGriff, and they're stunning. Now, Palmeiro to Jamie is the classic example of enhanced. A 12-15 home run guy and then popping out 40. Brady Anderson, the year he had 50 for Baltimore. Where the heck that come from? Pitch to Norwood is a ground ball up the middle. Molitor takes it to the bag for 1. No throw to first. And so 1 out, runners in the corners. Should pay attention to the game now. So Weiniger the tying run on third. Norwood the go-ahead run on first. I think we lost Clinton here. Pitch to Rivera is a ground ball to Money. They're going to try for 2. Molly for 1. Over to Cooper. I think they turned it. Did they? Yes, they did. So 5-4-3, and the run does not score. We go to the 6th. Milwaukee 1, Minnesota nothing. So Erickson on the wrong end of a 1-0 game here, of a run that he is not considered to be earned. Cooper is 0 for 2. And there's a line drive left center field all the way to the wall. Cooper's in with a double. Hopefully he'll be back. Here's Heisel, 0 for 2. And there's a ground ball to Smalley, who makes a diving stop. Throw to first for the out. So here's Ogilvie. Single, double, and scored. 2 for 2. So go ahead, or the insurance run on second. 1 out here in the 6th. 1-0 Brewers. Struck him out. He got him to chase, so 1-2 fastball swinging. And there's 2 out for Lescano, who singled 1 for 2. 87, that was also the year that everybody hit a lot of home runs. Boggs could have juiced as well. Though the juice ball, yeah, Boggs hit 30 that year. If Milwaukee wins the East, does Heisel get the MVP? Rice is playing for a Triple Crown. It's possible. It's possible. Picture Lescano is strike 3. Erickson got him. No runs, a hit, and no errors. The Brewers strand a runner after 5.5. 1-0 Brewers. So Carew is 0 for 2. I never did the ballpark effects, did I? Minus 9% for the lefties batting average, minus 6 for the righties. Lefties, must be a lot of room out in right field here because it's minus 35%. And the football bleachers is plus 4 for the righties. So Carew is 0 for 2. Caldwell and Erickson kind of cruising for a joint CG here. Up the middle, Molitor behind the bag, over to Cooper for the out. Here's Ford. Dan is 0 for 2. Nettles is having a good year. Guidry, I think, would get a lot of consideration for the Cy Young. Gary Sarum, by the way, in his 1.90 ERA, has enough innings in. He's qualified for the ERA title. And if the Twins win the division, you kind of have to look at that. Some pretty good races that we've got about 3 weeks left. Pitch to Ford. In the center, Thomas, 2 out. Jose Morales is 2 for 2. Got him! He looked at strike 3, and so no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. 1-0 Milwaukee. So Yount 1 for 2. Out in 283 on the year. Pitch to Robin with a single. Ground ball to third. Wolf to Carew, 1 out. I think it's the Red Sox and the Yankees on Tuesday. Short week next week, by the way. Got company coming on Friday, and Monday's my normal appointment day. But then, I think after next weekend, we're going to go daily until we're done. Because we're coming right down to the nitty-gritty. Thomas is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Thomas is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He swings and misses at the 0-2 fastball at 88. And for Erickson, this has turned into a stand and deliver performance. Here's more. Charlie is 0 for 2. Roger deals. Ball 4. Erickson just kind of gives the home plate umpire a dirty look. Well, it was A, it was 3-0, and B, the pitch was outside here, inside. Here's Molitor. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Erickson, 6 2/3 innings, 27 batters, 88 pitches, an unearned run, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Winds and deals to short. Smalley to Carew, and that will retire the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. Stretch time, 1-0 Milwaukee. And Soy, Roy, Smalley, Larry, Wolf, and Butch Weininger to face Caldwell here in the bottom of the 7. Smalley 1 for 2 with a single. Todd B. waiting for those 42 old-timer teams from Strat that are in basic. I think Al has that, and I think he loves it. Plus the Hall of Fame set. Didn't say all-time great teams, it just said old-timer teams. Because the 62 Mets are a popular team. Pitch to Smalley. There's a base hit left side, so Roy's on with a single. 8th hit for the Twins. A run on 6 hits for the Brewers. No errors and 6 left on. For the Twins, no runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 5 left on. Like the 69 Mets, a good team, but they weren't even the best team in baseball by a mile that year. It was the Orioles. Wolf 0 for 2, grounded into a double play. Now he's 1 for 3 as he singles, and Lescano will pick it up. So Weininger can bunt. He is 2 for 2. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, they have no chance. They have no chance. He's going to square. Bunt is down. Moore throws to first. Molitor covers, and the sacrifice works. So now the Brewers infield is in with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7. Smalley on 3rd, Wolf on 2nd. Randall has singled twice. He's 2 for 2. Caldwell's pitch. Up the middle, a base hit. Smalley will score. The game is tied. Wolf is on 3rd, and there's 1 out. For Willie Norwood, here is the Achilles heel for Milwaukee. Although Caldwell has pitched a decent game, their bullpen is not good. 27 batters deep for Caldwell, 91 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 10 hits and 2 strikeouts. Norwood is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Brewers playing for 2. Moore and Caldwell go out and have a few words. Mike from the stretch. Norwood, ground ball to Yount. They're going to try it. Molly for 1. Over to Cooper. Do they turn it? No! And Wolf scores the go-ahead run. So the Twins go up 2-1. And that'll bring up Bombo Rivera, who's 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. And the lead for Caldwell is gone. Pitch from a throw to first, Norwood back. Willie's got 23 steals on the year. This is not the time to do it. 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Money, Cooper, and High Sell due up for Milwaukee. Rivera up the middle. Molitor takes it, steps on the bag at 2nd, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. After 7, Minnesota 2, Milwaukee 1. So Money 1 for 3. Cooper 1 for 3, and High Sell 0 for 3. Pitch to Don is a ground ball, base hit right side. So Milwaukee comes out fighting. Here's Cooper, 1 for 3 with a double. Pitch to Cecil. Struck him out. That's 8 for Erickson. A 1-2 just below the belt, looking for strike 3. High Sell is 0 for 3. They could use a hit from him right now. Erickson delivers. It hit him. Well, isn't that a Homer Simpson thing? And the computer is going to pinch run. So Money out. And Jim Wolford will pinch run. He's a 7 on the 10. So he's a tying run. High Sell the go-ahead run. Ogilvy 2 for 3. He singled, doubled, struck out, and scored. Erickson. Ground ball to short. Should be 2. Smalley Randolph for 1. Over to Carew. Do they get it? Yes, they do. No runs, a hit, no errors. Milwaukee leaves a man on. Bottom 8, 2-1 Twins. So Carew is 0 for 3. Ford and Morales to follow. And there's a ground ball to Molitor over to Cooper. And Cooper misplayed it, but got it. It was in the dirt. Cooper went to muff it. And indeed, a 69 is divine. He kept his foot on the bag, and there's one out. Brings up Ford, is 0 for 3. So for the Brewers in the 9th, Lezcano, Yount, and Thomas. So this is not done and dusted by any stretch of the imagination. Pitch to Ford. Base hit right center field. Lezcano will pick it up. And now Milwaukee guards the lines. Bendo and Cooper right there in their Adirondack chairs. One out for Morales, who is 2 for 3. Has singled twice and struck out. Got him! Caldwell got him looking at an 0-2. And there's 2 out for Smalley, who is 2 for 3. He singled twice and scored. Throw to first, Ford back. So the Twins 2 runs in the 7th. They're going to hope that that's enough. Pitch to Smalley. Base hit left field. Heisel will pick it up. Ford goes to third. And the Twins have runners on the corners for Larry Wolf. Nero is 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded into a double play, and scored. Caldwell. Ground ball is short. Yount flips it to Molitor, and we go to the 9th. No runs, 2 hits. The Twins leave them both on after 8. 2-1 Minnesota. So 2 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and 8 left on. A run on 7 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. They've left 7 on. Erickson to face Lezcano, Yount, and Thomas. Erickson trying for his 13th win of the year. And there's a pop-up by the bag at second. Smalley's there, 1 out. Here's Yount. He's 1 for 3. Erickson just kind of cruising right along right now. To third, Wolf. To Carew, 2 out. And so the Brewers are down to their last chance. Here's Thomas. Gorman has struck out twice and is 0 for 3. But if there's anybody that can build some drama in a hurry, it's right here. Erickson from the wind. Ground ball, base hit right side. So a 2-out single brings up more. And Charlie has walked. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball to Randall. That should do it. Throw to Carew, and the Twins win the ball game. Minnesota 2, Milwaukee 1. So Roger Erickson gets our digitalized player of the game. He goes 9 innings, 8 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 8. And you threw 113 pitches, 85 balls, 28 strikes to do it. Caldwell, 2 earned runs, 12 hits through 8, and he struck out 3. And so the Brewers continue to go the wrong way here. They're 78 and 64, and Minnesota is 74 and 68. So we say hello there. So Milwaukee at the moment falls to 4.5 back at 78 and 64. Toronto, by the way, has also been eliminated. They are 63 and 80. So let's play the rest of the day in baseball, and I'll get in a position where you can actually see me on camera. So Ron Guidry shuts down the Red Sox 4-0. Guidry goes to 19 and 6. Eckersley goes to 13 and 14. And Chambliss 3 for 4 with a double. Detroit beats Cleveland 5-4. John Hiller gets the win. He goes to 5-6. Dan Spillner, former Padre, 4-3. Andre Thornton, 35th of the year. Congratulations, Todd B. Montreal 9, Chicago 1. Dan Schatzeder goes to 10-5. Mike Krukow 3-1. Warren Cromartie goes 3-3 with his 8th of the year. The White Sox pound the Mariners 15-4. Francisco Barrios 13-9. Rick Honeycutt 5-11. Roberts 3-5, his 21st of the year and 2 RBI. Chicago pounds out 17 hits. Philadelphia 5, St. Louis 3. Randy Lerch rang. He goes to 11-10. Bob Forsch 13-10. Larry Boa 2-3 in the win with 2 RBI and 3 a triple. San Francisco 12, Cincinnati 2. Bob Knepper goes to 16-11. Bill Bonham goes to 8-11. Evans 2 homers. He has 19 on the year. So Knepper gets the win, 12-2. Philadelphia gets a break because the Mets beat Pittsburgh 5-1. Kevin the Champagne is Cobell goes to 3-4. Jim Rooker goes to 11-9. And Norman hits his first of the year and drives in 3. By the way, San Francisco pounded out 18 hits in the ball game against the Reds. The Dodgers lose to the Braves 3-2. Phil Niekro 22-10. Tommy John 10-13. Ron Cey hits his 23rd. Baltimore 4, Toronto 2, so the Yankees gain no ground. Scott McGregor goes to 14-12. Baylor Moore 8-11. Alberts 2-3 with 2 double and 2 RBI. Joe Niekro. How many times do you think in Major League history Phil and Joe won on the same day? Houston shuts out San Diego 8-0. Joe goes the distance, strikes out 5. He goes to 11-7. Mura goes to 0-1. Cruz 2-2 with 2 RBI and a stolen base. The Rangers were rained out. California gets 2 huge wins and a doubleheader sweep of Kansas City. Don Asse throws a 4-hitter in Game 1 over Rick Gale. Asse goes to 12-11. Bostock 3-5 with a stolen base. And in Game 2, David Frost gets the win, 4-3. Leonard takes the loss. He goes to 17-12. California 7, Kansas City 3. Don Baylor 2-3 with 2 double and an RBI. And there you go. So Tuesday, we play the games of September 10th, 1978, and we will be at Fenway Park in Boston for the Yankees and the Red Sox. So, standings as we go into the weekend. Philadelphia by 2 over Pittsburgh. Dodgers 5.5 over the Reds. Baltimore holds on to a half-game lead over the Yankees. Milwaukee is 5 out. And Texas has a 4-game lead on Kansas City. So there you go. So Boston, New York on Tuesday, daytime. Primetime Wednesday, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Ooh, that's a big one. Circle your calendars for that. And Thursday, we're going to do, again, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And right now, that's a pretty tight race. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good weekend. I'll talk to you Monday, if not sooner, or Tuesday, if not sooner. Bye-bye.